to Chamber Connections, a monthly television program of the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce. I'm Courtney Hornsby, President of the Chamber of Commerce, and joining me is Tom McCandlish, Membership Director for the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us for this month's program.
And this month's Chamber Connections television program is sponsored by Avalon Place Nursing Home, Skilled Nursing Care, Division of Paramount Healthcare Consultants.
We want to thank Paramount Healthcare Consultants and Avalon Place once again for sponsoring today's Chamber Connections program. Well, the Christmas holidays are right around the corner. Joining us today is Sheila Snow with the Monroe-West Monroe Convention and Visitors Bureau to tell us about Christmas on the River. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Well, we're really excited about the holiday season this year, so we're ready for things to get started.
But tell us a little bit. I know that people understand we have Christmas lights, but they don't maybe understand all of the events we have. What's going on this holiday season?
We have got so many great things planned, starting with our lighting displays that we've been building over the past few years, and this year they're going to be awesome. There's no really other word to describe it. We've got dancing lights on Antique Alley. We've got a Capital One snowbank where it will snow on Antique Alley, as well as having a few light displays there. We've also got an interactive lighted nativity at First West. So a lot of great lighting opportunities and interactive displays, and some more, around both areas in Monroe and West Monroe. And we're going to be turning those on November 30th. At 5 o'clock, we'll have our lighting ceremony. So we'll turn those on. The lights will start dancing on Antique Alley. Then we'll have an outdoor holiday movie. And that's a great day for everybody to come out to Antique Alley and shop. It's Small Business Saturday. And so people can come out and shop that Saturday and hang out until the lights turn on and take in an outdoor movie that's sponsored by Hamilton House.
Wonderful. And many of these events for the entire month of the holiday season, they're really family friendly. Is that correct?
They really are, from everything from that first weekend to the big festival weekend on December 7th with our Kids Alley that's going to be sponsored by Community Trust Bank and Melanie Massey Physical Therapy. We've got a huge, great array of different vendors and activities that are going to be there. So much fun stuff for the kids to do. They're going to have a blast, and that'll lead right into the Kiwanis Club of West Monroe Parade that is sponsored again by OIB. And it's a great thing to bring your family out to. We're going to be throwing some special prize throws that you can win a cookbook from Miss Kay or a Chancey Neal CD. They'll be our Grand Marshals this year, and so that'll be a lot of fun. And Chancey Neal will actually perform after the parade is over on Antique Alley, and then we'll move into the fireworks that night that'll be sponsored by OIB as well. So a lot of great fun family things going on this Christmas.
I understand there's also a Celtic Christmas concert. Can you tell me more about that? Or?
Yeah, the Celtic Christmas concert, I believe it's on the 17th, and it's going to be at the Hamilton House Inn in West Monroe. They have a great, on Antique Alley, they're a bed and breakfast, but they also have a brand new event space, and it's really beautiful, and it's going to be a great concert that night.
And I understand the merchants are going to stay open a little bit later that night so that the patrons can come out and shop after the concert.
That's right, and so the merchants on Antique Alley are going to be staying open longer hours throughout the holiday season. So there'll be plenty of shopping opportunity, especially on that night.
For people who are wondering about the lights, how long do they stay on throughout the month of December? Or when do they turn the lights off?
After we turn them on the 30th, they'll stay on through New Year's, and they run every night, probably about 5:30 to 10.
Okay, great. And a lot of the stores will stay open throughout the season.
Throughout the season, especially on like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they'll stay open later.
Yeah, and I know we've talked a lot about West Monroe, but certainly there are activities in Monroe and all throughout Northeast Louisiana, I'm sure.
There are so many great things going on. Santa's Christmas Village at the Northeast Louisiana Children's Museum kicks off on November 23rd and will run through December 22nd. They have a lot of great things going on. Some cookie decorating with Tummy Yummy will be there doing that. You can write a letter to Santa, and they have a lot of great kids activities going on there as well. Shopping at the River Market. We also have some light displays in downtown Monroe as well at the Ouachita Parish Courthouse, and then at Palace Park, we'll have our art trees that were decorated by local students.
Great. Now, we've talked about so many different events that it may be hard for people to keep up with them. So how can they find out all about all these activities?
You can visit our website, christmasontheriver.org, and we have everything listed there. We're updating it daily as we get new events that are coming up. So that is the best place to check for everything that's going on when you're planning out what to do that weekend. Definitely visit that website, chrismasontheriver.org, or follow our Facebook page at Monroe-West Monroe CVB. We are talking about the events as the season gets closer, so we'll update everyone as much as we can.
And that includes restaurants, hotel information.
We have everything on our website. You can visit our website, monroe-westmonroe.org, and we'll have things like that. I'll also mention if you have family coming in for the holidays, we do have special holiday hotel rates on chrismasontheriver.org. So definitely check that out. We also have a great map of where all the interactive light displays will be. So you can download that map and be sure and follow the trail of lights through Monroe-West Monroe.
Absolutely. And what is the theme for this year's holiday season?
Well, of course, it's a happy, happy, happy holiday. So you're going to see some camo, some beards and ducks throughout everything. The parade theme, I'm really excited to see what everyone does with the floats for the parade this year.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to it. A great time for tourism, but a great time for our local businesses as well.
That's right.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila, so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Each month, the Chamber of Commerce highlights a chamber business and their products or services through our series known as the Member to Member series. This month, we highlight Brewster's Designs and Gifts, a retail shop located on North 7th Street in West Monroe, Louisiana. Brewster's Gifts is a retail gift and home decor shop that has been located at 2711 North 7th Street in West Monroe for more than 3 years now. Owner Suzette Brewster is a licensed floral designer and has been decorating homes for the holidays for more than 13 years. She is also available to do flowers, decorations for weddings, and other special occasions. Brewster's Designs and Gifts carries several lines of gift and home decor items, including waxing poetic jewelry, Frenzy, a bath and body line, colonial candles, Swan Creek candles, and face plant dreams. Also available are hand-beaded crosses and jewel or shell-encrusted frames. The store also features free gift wrapping. Visit Brewster Designs and Gifts at 2711 North 7th Street at West Monroe, Louisiana 71291. And their number is 318-396-4019.
And certainly, Brewster's has got a lot of wonderful things for the holiday season. I got to go in there the other day. Beautiful home decor items. So it's a really great place to shop if anybody hasn't had a chance to look at Brewster's Home and Design. And another thing, Tom, they do home design for the holidays. So if you're looking for someone to come into your home and do some decorating, they do that, customized decorating.
And she's very good at it.
They're very talented, yes. Well, each month we bring to you a monthly business tip provided by Chamber member My Wants Incorporated. They're housed at the ULM Business Incubator, and they work with local business owners to provide them with the skills and tools they need to be successful. This month's video from our Chamber member My Wants Incorporated focuses on establishing an LLC.
Welcome, my name is Caleb Ingram. I'm the Vice President of My Wants Incorporated, and today is your Business Minute. We're going to discuss an LLC and why it's important. First of all, probably the most major thing is to protect your personal assets. If someone sues you because of something that happened in your building, your storefront, this prevents them from coming in and taking your car or your house, things along those lines. Also, it adds credibility. One business sees another business that has an LLC behind it, they tend to sway more to that person just because they've gone about getting things done the right way, and it gives them, like I said, more credibility. That part also protects your name of your business. You can't, in the state of Louisiana, once you've registered, no one else can use that name. Also, perpetual existence. That means when you pass away or when you leave the business, your business can continue to run. Also, tax flexibility. You're still the same tax rate as if you were a sole proprietor. These are just a few things. So, form an LLC, protect your family, protect your business, protect things that you've gone and worked so hard for. And you can go online to sos.la.gov to sign up for an LLC. It usually runs around $100. Thanks for your time and join your local chamber.
And joining us today is Caleb Ingram with My Wants Incorporated. Thank you for being here.
As always, you're welcome.
Okay, so your video was talking about establishing an LLC.
That's right.
For those people who are not familiar with that, tell us what that is and how can you go about establishing one?
It's a limited liability company or corporation, either one. It's mainly done to protect your personal interests. You don't want someone to sue your company and then have them coming after your house and your home. One of the easier ways is to go to the Secretary of State website for the state of Louisiana. It's a little bit of paperwork. It takes about 30 minutes and about $100, and it's done. Lots of companies out there that offer to do it for you, looking for $500, $1,000, things like that. But it's very self-explanatory, and you can just go do it yourself.
Okay, so if people are needing a little bit of assistance, though, where should they turn, or who should they turn to if they're wanting if they're not sure and just want a little bit of help doing that?
Well, of course, our company does that as well. But there are several online sites as well, LegalZoom, companies like that, where you can go and get a little bit of assistance and make sure that you did it right. And of course, LLCs are set up on a state basis, it's not a national registry. So depending on what state you're in or where you are, the rules and the way to go about it are different. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you were someone who was maybe thinking of starting a home business or an online business or maybe
Right.
even just a very small business, is this an LLC the step that you would recommend they take?
Absolutely. You're still a sole proprietor. It doesn't change that unless you specify that in your documentation. So it doesn't really change too much who you are. But, it protects you, especially if you have a storefront. If there's any chance that someone can walk in your doors and fall or trip or have something happen to them, most definitely. I don't care if you're the only person that runs the business. You definitely want to take this step. And that's most of the questions that we get or I get is, why? It's just me. And there again, especially if you have a storefront, you don't want someone coming after your livelihood, your kids, your family.
So it's just a barrier of protection then
That's right.
from between the business world and the personal life.
That's right. Keeps them separated. That's right.
Very good.
All right.
Well, Caleb, again, for people who are wanting to know more about My Wants Incorporated, how would they get in touch with you and how can they find you?
Of course, you can always, contact me directly through cell phone numbers 318-538-9993, or we have actually a new website coming up that's mywantsforbusiness.com.
Okay, great.
Right.
And you're housed at the ULM Business Incubator.
For now, yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Well, Caleb, thank you so
All right.
much for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. And we also want to let our audience know that My Wants puts on a series of lunch and learns that are free educational opportunities throughout the year. And to be learning about those and to be watching for those, please visit us on Facebook or our Chamber of Commerce website at www.westmonroechamber.org. Now let's take a look at some of the upcoming events being hosted by the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce. How are we doing on time? A special event to take note of is the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce's annual banquet taking place on Tuesday, December 10th at 7 p.m. at the West Monroe Convention Center. This year, our annual keynote speaker is Joel Manby, who's CEO of Hershen Family Entertainment, the largest family-owned theme park corporation in the United States. They own such facilities as Silver Dollar City and Stone Mountain in Georgia. Now, he has a book that's called Love Works that is talking about timeless leadership principles for our local business owners. He will be there talking about those principles and selling copies of his book, as well as hosting a special meet and greet for banquet sponsors. Now, this event will also include a silent auction that will have a number of wonderful items. Tom, we've got some getaways, we've got furniture, jewelry, some great items that we really want to encourage people to come out and bid on. This all takes place on Tuesday, December 10th, and we want to thank our sponsors this year. Our title sponsor is the Assembly. Again, for more information about that, though, please call our chamber office at 325-1961, or be sure to find us on the website at www.westmonroechamber.org.
And joining us now is Sean Hornsby with West Monroe Kiwanis Club, and we're going to talk about the Christmas parade you guys put on every year.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tom. Courtney,
Great.
appreciate that. We haven't got to do this since college, huh?
That's right.
Be on TV together.
That's right.
This is fun. Every year we've done this for, we've lost count actually, over 20 years, close to 30, somewhere between 25 and 30 years. We've had the Kiwanis Christmas Parade downtown in West Monroe, and it's grown. It's become one of the fun events, and as I heard Alana Cooper from the CVB mention recently, it's one of the anchor events. That's which is kind of nice to hear because it's taken a lot of work to get there, and so we're excited to have it every year. And it features about 100 different parade participants, from local bands to churches, of course, and other groups, lots of different queens. What's a Southern parade without queens, right? And so all of these different groups come and make up our fun parade.
And tell us a little bit about the big news. Who's the Grand Marshal?
Well, that kind of tipped our hand a little bit there earlier. Sheila did, but that's okay. Miss Kay is coming, and she'll be our Grand Marshal this year. And so if anybody's had a chance to be around Miss Kay, they just know that she is just a down-to-earth, low-key kind of let's have fun lady. And so we're excited to have her, and we look forward to her. I hope that she's just spontaneous. I have a feeling that she will. I could see Miss Kay getting out of the float for some reason.
Now, for those who don't know, Miss Kay Robertson from
There
the
are
Duck
people who
Dynasty
don't know who
show.
Miss Kay
There
is?
might be.
Okay.
So. And supposedly some folks are going to be with her, we've heard.
I've heard that too, but I'm not exactly sure. I know Chancey Neal, recording artist, is coming, as Sheila mentioned, but I'm not sure what other folks for sure are coming with Miss Kay. But I think she's bringing maybe some of the grandkids or some of the other folks from the Duck Dynasty show,
Okay.
the Duck Commander family.
I think you never know with that group.
You
They're
do.
all
You
fairly
just- yeah.
spontaneous.
That's
right.
it.
That's right. They may all show up. You just
That's-
never know.
And that'd be fine.
Uh,
We'll make room for them.
Tell us a little bit about the logistics, the time the parade starts, the route, that kind of
Sure.
thing.
Well, the parade rolls off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, December 7th. But folks are supposed to report between 12 and 1. About 1 o'clock, we try to line everyone up, get things set. And we are very thankful every year. First Baptist Church, West Monroe, is very helpful in allowing us to use a lot of their space, their parking space downtown West Monroe. So we give them a big thank you, big nod for that, because they're great partners in this as well. And so we'll have parade captains. There'll be people out there. You'll see us in our orange vest, and we'll be directing you and providing with parade maps if you're signed up already. So
Now, are you guys full up on your
I don't think so. We're
participants
getting
already?
close. We're getting close.
So
but-
tell us how we can.
Well, you can go to a couple of different places. You can send us a message through our Facebook page. We're on Facebook. Please go to the page and just let us know, share some of your parade pictures. That'd be something we'd like to see this year. But you can send us a message there. We can email you, or you can go to wmkiwanis.org, and that's another place where you can find the parade
And that's
application.
how they would sign up for a float.
Yes, yes.
And I believe they can pick up applications at every OIB
That
branch
is correct,
in
too.
this area.
That's correct, too. Yeah.
And certainly, a lot of people call the chamber, too. So if you call the chamber, we'll be glad to direct you to the right office. I think we even have the application that we can email to you if we need to. And so it's always a big crowd.
Good crowd, and we are grateful to be able to extend the parade on, of course, in West Monroe, but across the river into Monroe as well. And so we have a good time doing that.
That's
Now,
right.
where does the route end?
That's a great question. I'd have to refer
Near
to
the
one.
school board office is what we've been told.
Okay, that sounds about right. I know we go somewhere near the Ingham Bridge or something like that, and kind of turn some different. I'm on the front end, so
You never have to travel the entire
I don't
parade
have to
length.
do that. So
Well, it's always a fun parade,
It
and we
is.
encourage people to come out. Certainly, we hope for beautiful weather, and if not, come out to the parade. Maybe you're interested in being in the parade. So sign up quickly before all the spots are filled
that's
up.
right. And we'll have more information. If there are questions that you don't know, you can send us a message or give us a call. We'll be glad to share that information with you and help you figure out the logistics part of it. So.
Great. Sean, thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. Our Chamber Connections television program is also brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center. This month's Headline Health focuses on acid reflux.
Headline Health, brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center.
Reflux disease is a condition that causes stomach acid to flow upward into the esophagus. Gastroenterologist Dr. Leonel Lacayo explains.
The most typical symptoms of reflux disease is, of course, that severe burning sensation that you get in your chest. that you get frequently many times a day to the point that you need some help. Acid reflux, even though small, there is a risk of esophageal cancer. And if we look at the numbers nationwide, the numbers of esophageal cancer are going up. But those where your symptoms are pretty severe or very frequent, you really need to seek medical attention. If we detect the acid reflux and some changes of early cancer, we can save your life.
To find out more or to schedule an appointment, call the Glenwood Gastroenterology Clinic or visit grmc.com.
Headline Health has been brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center.
And we want to thank Glenwood Regional Medical Center, again, one of today's program sponsors of our Chamber Connections television program. Joining us today from Glenwood Regional Medical Center is Dr. Alice Adams, who is here to tell us about Diabetes Awareness Month. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, it's Diabetes Awareness Month, and I'm sure that's an opportunity to educate the public about diabetes. Tell us a little bit about your things that you're doing this month to educate people.
Because of diabetes, this being Diabetes Awareness Month, and also because of the upcoming holidays, we decided to give a little discussion, which I'll be leading, on just diabetes management. And what we wanted to do is to try to get people to develop a personal diabetes management plan. And we'll be outlining the ways of doing that during this discussion on the 21st of this month.
Now, people, it is the holidays coming up, and certainly a lot of people like to indulge in food and sweets and all kinds of things. If someone maybe is not sure if they're diabetic or they're worried they might be, what are some signs that they need to be looking for, especially this holiday season?
Okay, we know that there are about 26 million Americans who are living with diabetes, so that's quite a bit. And there's another 79 million Americans who are at risk for diabetes, or what we have pre-diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to, during this discussion, and it's a lot to do just in this short amount of time, we'll be addressing those particular issues in people who have pre-diabetes, what kind of things to do to prevent themselves from developing full-blown diabetes. And those people who already have diabetes, we'll be talking about ways that they can, things that they can do to help themselves to prevent themselves from developing complications of diabetes. And we'll be giving some tips during that time for the holiday management of diabetes. But it all gets down to first developing, each person with diabetes and those with pre-diabetes, developing a plan. You know, things go best when you have a plan. So you really have to have a plan for diabetes management that includes not only the physical aspects of it, but also the psychological aspects of having the disease. And we also want to include, besides diet and exercise, just the psychological problems with diabetes. We talk about people who've had it for have had diabetes for a number of years may just get very discouraged, and we know that there's a lot of depression that goes along with having diabetes, and we want to address those aspects too, that those have to be dealt with when you talk about dealing with diabetes and the complications that go along with it. You have to deal with them in developing this management plan.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to discuss is, again, for each person with diabetes and those with pre-diabetes, developing a personal diabetes management plan, and having that plan will help them to be able to maneuver the hectic holiday season. But you have to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, it's funny you should say that. I've recently been told that I'm pre-diabetic, and it's all kind of a big ball of uncertainty right now. And I do have an appointment with a nutritionist this coming week. So if you could speak to someone who has been recently diagnosed with, say, the mild type 2, and do we have any hope for being able to enjoy a little bit of the holidays?
there is hope, but again, we're focusing on developing that plan. If you have pre-diabetes, that's a good stage to be at, but again, there are 79 million Americans who have pre-diabetes. If you have a family history of diabetes, if you may be a little bit overweight, if you have hypertension, if you're in certain ethnic groups, you're going to be at increased risk for developing